you are losing the mental battle. And you think it's because, oh, it's frustration or I make mistakes and that brings me out. But it's really not that. What's actually holding you back and making you lose the battle is not being in the right state of mind. You really gotta leave any situations you're facing outside of the court when you're playing or outside of school, any sports situations. You gotta leave them outside when you're doing schoolwork, and you just gotta live in the moment. You really have to leave them behind because then you won't be able to play at the right level because you will be worried and thinking of the other thing that's happening and you won't concentrate completely on exactly what you're supposed to do. You won't be able to predict perfectly where the ball is going because you're worried thinking, oh, I need to do this after this match, I need to do that. Oh no, I'm mad because of this, I'm mad because of that. You won't be able to dap up your teammates with a good energy when they do a good point or when they do a good play because you were worried thinking, oh, I'm so mad I didn't do this, I'm so mad I didn't do that. And it's just not a healthy mindset. I learned this in the middle of the summer tournament. We were going up against a team that we had already beat, so I was like, oh, we can probably beat them again. But I wasn't happy because that week had been a stressful week for me, and I was not feeling joyous at all because I was serving at church, but the people that came to receive what I was serving were complaining about it and everything, even though everything was free, and I was just not happy with the week. So I went there to play, and I wanted to just get rid of all my anger in the game, and I did not leave those situations outside the court. So I was mad, and I was not playing good at all. I was making mistake after mistake, which just made me mad and more mad to the point where we lost the match. And I just took off my shoe and started throwing it at the floor. My teammates were like, "Ooh, your shoe came out," trying to calm me down. And I just threw my shoe across the court, then went and picked it up and said good game to everybody else. I was mad, but I did not stay mad at others. I was mad at myself. And there I learned that because I was mad, and this is something my coach told me, because I was mad is that I wasn't playing good, and that was a spiral that led me down into playing worse because I was mad. So you need to play with emotion, but not emotionally. So you need to keep your emotions controlled and not let them control you. You have to keep control of the situation and leave any situations that are happening to you outside of the court. Another thing is that you need to mentalize yourself to focus and concentrate solely on the thing you're gonna do. Whether it's homework after training or school before training or training after school, you have to focus solely on that and mentalize yourself to be only on that. When you're training, you should not be thinking on, oh, I got this schoolwork and I got that. When you're doing homework and schoolwork, you're not supposed to think, oh, this was a bad training, I'm so mad. No, you're supposed to keep your mind at peace and keep it in the moment, keep it concentrated in working in what's in front of you. No matter what it is, you gotta keep your mind focused and concentrated on what's in front of you. No matter what's happening outside, what's happening at your training, no matter what's happening with your homework, you gotta keep yourself in the moment, keep yourself in front of you. Focus on what's in front of you. And this is something my friend Dale taught me. He's as committed student athlete, or he was as committed student athlete. Now he's a committed athlete, and he back when we were together in high school, because he's now graduated, he was committed to American football and school. Right now, he's committed 100% to American football. And back then, he used to always be tired, always be working on something, always be busy with his life. And he would mentalize himself to focus solely on what was in front of him. If he was at training, he would not care what happened at school. If he was at the gym after training, he wouldn't care what happened in the training. And when he got home, he had homework to do. No matter how late in the night it was, he still had to do homework because he was staying on top of his grades. And he had to mentalize himself to focus solely on the homework after training, no matter if it was a bad training, if he had a bad day, if he was mad, no matter what had happened, he had to focus on the homework, solely on the homework. Because if he would let his mind rant, he wouldn't be focused completely. And that would lead to bad homeworks, or that would lead to even more bad trainings. And it's just a downward spiral. And it can be tiring, and it is tiring at one point. But you gotta keep mentalizing yourself to focus solely on what's in front of you. Another thing is that you have and you can rely on your team. Your team is there to support you. They're your closest people to you daily if you train daily, and every 2 days it's also like some of the closest people to you. And by sharing with them, you are not only bringing them closer to you, but you are minimizing or maximizing your amount of things that you gotta struggle with. If you share with them your grief, then your grief will be half of it, because you're not struggling against it by yourself. And if you share with them your joy, it'll be double or more, because this is something the Bible says: shared grief is cut by half, and shared joy is doubled. I'm completely paraphrasing there, but that's something that I got from the Bible, and it's something that I have really exercised, and it brings so much peace and so much joy in no matter what the situation. I have done this and shared with my friend Alvaro Old, and we have gotten so much peace and so much closer from sharing with each other, because whenever I share something with him, he celebrates it as if he made it himself. And whenever he shares something with me, I celebrate it as if it was my own. And if it's grief, if he shares, I suffer it with him. And if I share, he suffers it with me. We have that close of a relationship as teammates, that we just have grown so close to each other. And it has brought us so much peace and so much joy. And you can have that as well if you share with your team. If you rely on your team, whether you're in the court or outside the court. And inside the court, you have to rely on your team, because if you're playing a team sport, you cannot do it alone. You have to rely on your teammates. And that's gonna be all for today. Remember, you have to focus solely in what's in front of you. Rely on your teammates, and not let your emotions run you. You have to run through your emotions, but not let them run you. And remember, drop the excuses and do the hard work. Peace.